Okay, we have V for Vendetta by Alan Moore and David Lloyd. Now, this is a special book to me, just like Watchmen is. And this is a quintessential read for anybody who is suffering during this fake ass pandemic, right? Because this book is all about not trusting your government, not giving them the power to do as they please, not allowing them to uh, make decisions for you, right? You have to be a responsible adult and you have to make decisions for yourself. You cannot just give your authority to people in government, right? Because that will always lead to horrible consequences, right? Uh, Pretty much this book is all about standing up for what's right, right? And I have to say, the anonymous movement was a complete and total failure, right? Just because you put on the Guy Fawkes mask and you protest in the street about nothing, that doesn't mean that you are doing anything for anybody. The anonymous movement was a complete shit show. It was a joke, period, right? And a lot of people bought it. But anyway, we have here a totalitarian system of government that treats its people like they are dimwits, dummies, and a lot of the citizens in this book, they are exactly that. They are dummies. They believe everything the government tells them. They keep on watching the telly, which is the best instrument for propaganda. But then we have our protagonist, V. And of course, he embodies the person, the human being that has been mistreated and tortured by his government, by people in authority, until he has simply decided that there are only two options left. One is, of course, death, and the other is to become something else, to transcend the limits of a human being and to become an avenging monster without identity, without a name, without a face. This is who V is. He has transformed himself into a machine, right? And that's pretty much it. This is a wonderful book. The art style is all right. Many of the side characters, I can't tell the difference. Who is who? The writing, of course, it's pretty good. There are a lot of V quotes. Uh, a lot of V word puns. They are all right, but then they keep on going. They keep on going. But that's just my taste. But this is a quintessential read. This is a phenomenal book because of what this character embodies. And I just have to say this. I used to believe that ideas were bulletproof, that no matter what happens to society, no matter how much people they get corrupted, ideas will withstand the test of time. And as I got older, I had to accept the truth that no, ideas, they're cute. Ideas are cute. They're cute ideas, but they are definitely not bulletproof. They do not withstand the test of time. They might be great at the beginning, right? But they will get corrupted, they will get misused, misinterpreted, and so on by people who just want, uh, to satisfy their urges, and those urges might be money, power, etc. Right? So ideas are not bulletproof, right? V stands for some great, justified, humane ideas. They're wonderful ideas. They're intelligent. They're artistic. They are brilliant. But The majority of people, they're never gonna back all of these ideas, because they're pure. They're pure ideas uh, that are a testament to the glory of mankind. But most people, they don't give a shit about ideas or principles or convictions and so on. You know, and the ending of this book, it is positive, it is optimistic, but I don't see it as I used to see it as, it's a wonderful thing how this book ends, because everybody now wears this mask that makes them anonymous, and they stand against the government and so on, and it looks like everything is gonna get better. But you know, as it was shown in the real world, all of those clowns with the Guy Fawkes masks, they didn't do shit, right? So actually, I like Alan Moore as a writer, but the ending to this book, where everybody just wears the Guy Fawkes mask, and they finally stand up to the government, that is naive, that is gullible, you know. Something like this doesn't happen in real life, you know. Just because people stand up to a government in real life and protest, it has been shown that nothing ever changes, nothing ever gets better, right? Just because you put on a mask and just protest and picket and so on, it's not gonna change anything, bro. Firstly, because the protesters themselves, they don't have the strength of character. They do not have the resilience when it comes to their convictions to play the long game. After a while, they just get tired and bored, and they just fuck off to other things, right? And this reminds me of the recent protests with the yellow jackets in France, right? It was such a big thing. Oh my God, the common man, the common citizen was going against the government, and what happened, right? It was all a joke, right? Because they actually didn't believe what they protested for, right? They were just like any protest, they were just fucking around property, and they were just screaming and assaulting people, right? That's what I said. Ideas aren't bulletproof, and not because they are not sound ideas. It's because of the people who misuse those ideas. That's why no movement will ever be successful. The best way that ideas can be uh, conserved and sustained is by the individual, right? It will always be the individual that propagates ideas and stands for what's right, and only individuals can make a change for the better in society, in the way of thinking, in the system of beliefs. Okay, the collective will never ever uh, amount to anything positive, because once you get a couple of people together, then the whole thing will be corrupted by desires that aren't just and earnest, right? Always the individual, right? The individual will always be incorruptible, and I think that is that is how I look at this book, right? It's all about the individual. Once you bring about another and then another, it will lose its steam. It will lose its purpose, right? This is V for Vendetta, a wonderful book. It has great ideas. Like I said, some of them are a bit naive, in my humble opinion. This book, and Alan Moore has too much faith in humanity. That despite everything that humanity has done over the ages, we can still get together and we can still work together and cooperate and do what's right and stand up for what's right. That's not never gonna happen in the real world. Never. All right, because people, they don't have real convictions and real principles. Like I said, they're cute ideas, but um, they are never really uh, lived properly. They are never enforced properly in the real world. They're just ideas, and people don't know how to use them correctly. That's pretty much it. Uh, and I have to say, be an individual. Don't be a sheep that goes along with everything the government tells you or what these movements tell you. Just think for yourself. Just think for yourself and use your common sense, and the truth will be revealed. You don't need to put on a mask. You don't need to join a movement, and don't need to protest. The truth will always be your guiding light if you employ common sense. That's pretty much it.